Take a look around you. Truly look. Your life is likely the most comfortable in human history. You have high-speed internet. You have climate control. You have an infinite supply of entertainment and food that can be delivered to your doorstep with a single thumb swipe. By every historical standard of the human race, you are living like a king. But if you are a king, why do you feel like a prisoner? The 99% look at your life and call it success. They call it making it. But in the world of high-level psychology, this is known as the luxury prison. It is a state of existence where your basic needs are so perfectly met that your soul has begun to atrophy. You aren't depressed. You aren't lazy. You are just biologically sedated. Your environment has become so safe that your brain has turned its survival instincts inward, eating away at your ambition, because there are no more predators left to hunt. Today, we are going to dismantle the bars of your comfort zone. We are going to decode why your brain is terrified of your potential. And we are going to introduce the QuadMan Protocol for reclaiming your sovereignty. If you're looking for positive vibes or a pat on the back, click away now. This is a briefing for the few who are ready to burn the prison down and see what remains. To understand the prison, you have to understand the architect. The architect is your own biology. For 300,000 years, the human brain had one singular job: survival. We evolved in a world of extreme scarcity, where every calorie you saved was a day closer to life. Every risk you avoided was a guarantee that you would see tomorrow's sunrise. In that world, comfort was the ultimate goal because comfort meant safety. But here is the glitch in the system. Your brain is still running that same 300,000-year-old software, but you are living in a 2026 hardware environment. When you sit on your couch for 5 hours, your ancient brain thinks, "Great job, we are safe. We are saving energy. We won." It has no idea that the energy you're saving is supposed to be used to build your business, master your craft, or secure your legacy. It doesn't know that the safety it craves is actually a slow-motion suicide for your purpose. This is what we call the homeostatic trap. Your brain is a survival machine, not a happiness machine. It is constantly trying to return you to a state of zero effort. It perceives growth as a threat. It perceives a new business venture as a dangerous hunt where you might get killed. It perceives a cold shower as a life-threatening winter. The 1% understand this fundamental flaw in human biology. They know that their brain is a liar. They know that the feeling of resistance you feel when you try to do something great isn't a signal to stop. It's the sound of the prison gates trying to lock you back in. You are fighting a war against an internal enemy that wants you to be safe, small, and predictable. If you want to be sovereign, you must first learn to ignore the voice of your own survival instincts. The luxury prison isn't made of steel and concrete. It's made of 3 psychological pillars that keep you paralyzed while you smile for the camera. Pillar 1 is the dopamine loop. In 2026, we are the most overstimulated generation in history. Every notification, every sugar-filled meal, and every like on a photo gives your brain a tiny hit of satisfaction. It's just enough to keep you occupied, but never enough to make you full. You are being fed mental snacks to keep you from ever being hungry enough to go out and kill a real meal. A man who is satisfied by a screen will never conquer the world because he has already traded his hunger for a digital ghost of success. Pillar 2 is social validation. You live in a world that rewards you for being agreeable. Your friends, your family, and your coworkers want you to stay exactly where you are. They say they want you to be happy, but what they really want is for you to be relatable. Your growth reminds them of their own stagnation. When you start to change, they will tell you to take it easy. They will tell you, don't work too hard. This isn't love. It's the prison guards making sure no one escapes and ruins the curve for everyone else. They need you in the cage so they don't feel guilty for staying in theirs. Pillar 3 is the illusion of competence. This is the most dangerous pillar because it feels like progress. We watch videos about success. We read books about Stoicism. We follow sovereign creators. And because we are consuming the information, our brain tricks us into thinking we are actually doing the work. You aren't a sovereign because you watched this video. You are just a student with a notebook. Sovereignty only begins when the screen turns off and the discomfort starts. Most people spend their lives decorating their prison cells. They buy a better TV, a faster car, and a more comfortable bed. They make the cage so beautiful that they forget they're still locked inside. But a gold cage is still a cage, and a comfortable life is still a wasted one. How do we break out? We don't do it with motivation. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are the tools of the prisoner. We do it with the QuadMan Protocol. It starts with a concept called the pressure gap. The pressure gap is the space between who you are today and the version of you that lives in your highest potential. Most people try to close this gap by lowering their expectations. They tell themselves they don't really want the power or the freedom. They lie to themselves so they can sleep at night without the weight of their own failure. A sovereign does the opposite. He widens the gap. He makes his goals so massive and his current life so uncomfortable that staying in the prison becomes more painful than the struggle of escaping it. Step 1. Voluntary hardship. You must reintroduce stress into your life. Not the anxious stress of a victim, but the calculated stress of a warrior. Lift heavy weights until your body screams for you to stop. Fast for 24 hours to remember what real hunger feels like. Speak the truth in a room full of liars, even when it's socially awkward. You are training your nervous system to handle the heat of growth. If you cannot handle the discomfort of a cold shower, you will never handle the discomfort of $1 million betrayal. Step 2. Strategic isolation. You cannot escape the prison while you are still listening to the other prisoners. You need seasons of silence. You need to move in the dark. This is the Ghost Protocol. Stop announcing your plans to people who have never achieved what you want. Every time you tell someone your goal, you leak the energy required to achieve it. Move in silence and let your results be the first time they hear your name. Step 3. Primary agency. Stop reacting to the world. A prisoner reacts to the bell. A sovereign rings the bell. Every morning, the first 3 hours of your day must be input-free. No news, no emails, no social media. You dictate the frequency of your day before the world has a chance to tell you how to feel. If the first thing you do in the morning is check your phone, you have already handed your sovereignty to a corporation. The doors to the luxury prison are never locked. You can walk out whenever you want, but most people never will. Why? Because the prison is warm, and the world outside is cold. But here is the truth the guards don't want you to know. The warmth of the prison is actually the smell of your potential burning, a way to keep the room at a comfortable temperature. Every day you choose comfort, you are signing a death warrant for the man you are supposed to become. You are trading your legacy for a comfortable chair and a distraction that you won't even remember in 5 years. The 1% aren't smarter than you. They aren't lucky. They just realized that the pain of regret is 1,000 times heavier than the pain of discipline. They realized that a crown isn't given. It is forged in the fires of everything they were afraid to do. They decided that they would rather be cold and free than warm and owned. Join the circle. Balance the debt. If you are ready to stop being a guest in someone else's world and start being the sovereign of your own, subscribe to QuadMan. We don't do comfort here. We don't do safe. We do evolution. The prison is burning. Stop trying to put out the fire. Let it burn and see what remains in the ashes.